Hello Steelers, and welcome to another Bench Report hobby update this week. It might be a bit of a short one because, well, we'll get to that in a second. But anyway, first of all, before I start, and just hear me out on this, it'll only take a minute or so. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. I know that probably about 75 to 80% of the people that watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. I can see that in the analytics. So if you are watching this and you're one of them, please hit that subscribe button. The reason for this is because I'm going to release a video for a contest for my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, and I'm going to release it as soon as I hit 9,900 subscribers. And all week this has been absolutely driving me potty. All week I've just been about 3 or 4 subscribers below that number. So that's why I'm asking you to subscribe. Normally I don't give you these please until the end because I know it annoys people, but in this instance I was hoping to have actually hit the 9,900 by this weekend, but it hasn't happened. So that's why I've got the plea going out to you right now. So as I say, just the way that algorithms work with YouTube, if you watch 1 or 2 of my videos, they start to recommend them in your feed, so you might not even realise that you're not subscribed. I do it all the time. There's a lot of channels that I'm not subscribed to, but their stuff comes up in my feed. It's just the way that YouTube works. But if you do subscribe, you will then see my latest content as it comes out whenever I'm putting stuff out. So it works both ways. It's free for you. There is a competition coming as soon as I hit that number. So, you know, there you go. That's my plea for subscribing. This week, I was actually away for work for half of the week, well, a few days at least, up and down north. So I didn't get really a lot much done as much as I wanted to this week. That said, I did manage to crank out a few things. First one is another 3D printed building. This I got from Paul over at Sabotaged. I got this as part of a packet with some other stuff that I got as well. A few other buildings, I think I showed those in the last one. This one I just worked on just because it was easy just to put together. Some of the hedges, the fences that Paul also makes as well, I got to use some of those. I might add a bit more to this. To be honest, I'm not particularly happy with it, simply because when I came to do the weathering, I completely forgot my own rules, and I didn't varnish the basic paint job before I went and put the flory washes on it. And then when I came to to clean the washes off again, it scraped off some of the paint. This is the problem with resin prints. They don't hold paint very well, so you do have to varnish them if you're going to mess about doing weathering and things. So in places I can see it, you can see some of the actual primer colour poking through. You probably can't see it, and to be honest, it actually adds a little bit to the weathering as well anyway. So I'm in two minds. I'm not massively happy with it, but I'm not incredibly upset either, if that makes sense. And I just kind of wanted to see it fun. I could always go back and just repaint it if I really want to, but I probably won't bother because it's a scenery piece and people aren't going to be looking at it close up. The other thing as well was Dean gave me a couple of Daimler Dingo Scout cars. These are from Battlefronts. He gave me these last week when he popped over for a game. I think he'd probably got them for his Western Desert stuff and just didn't need them at the end of the day, so he gave them to me. He also gave me a quad as well, which I haven't painted yet, but I did these two. Very simple, very quick, nice little jobs. Little resin ones, metal ones these are. No, they were resin, I think. And then also Paul over at Sabotage as well, as part of the package of the buildings. You may remember from last week, he sent over the collapsed bridge with the Mark IV tank in it. This was designed by Keith Jordan. The STL files for it are in the Through the Mud and the Blood Facebook group, so go and get those. They're in there. And you can, I think he's put them on Thingiverse. If I remember, I'll put a link for them in the. I'll put a link for them in the description of the video down below if I can find them out myself. But Paul mucks about with them a little bit for me, so they will print. So I'm going to say here and now, it cost me a bit of money because Paul put a bit of work into it. But I know it's a one-off, so I was happy to pay it, and I'm really chuffed with the actual thing itself. Just to say that I don't mind paying for a one-off. In the post this week and bought has been absolutely nothing. There's a couple of things I'm waiting to come through, a couple of parcels, but they haven't arrived this week. I'm not too fussed because I've still got loads of stuff to paint anyway. They're just some bits and pieces. When they do arrive, I'll let you know. I'll probably arrive next week, I would have thought. But yeah, no, I haven't bought anything. It's always good to save a bit of money once in a while. You know, it's a hobby at the end of the day. Don't spend too much on it, I guess. I think I just got some paint and some glue in the post this week. That was it. Just basic stuff that I needed. However, games-wise, it's been relatively busy. Unfortunately, I didn't get down to the club on Thursday, so I didn't have a game down there. But on last Sunday, Dean came over, and I mentioned it in the last game that we played, a game of Chain of Command First World War. And my God, what a game it was. We filmed it as well for the channel, so it will be out in a couple of months, I would have thought. So keep your eyes out for that. But it was such a great game. It was a German attack during spring of 1918, Operation Michael against British defenders in the rear areas as the Germans were pushing through on their big spring offensive. And we used some Sostruppen for the first time in I've played a Chain of Command anyway, and it was really good, really hard work, and it felt a little bit like he was handing his arse to me, but I managed to reverse it just towards the end. It wasn't enough to hold him, but it was enough just to make me think at least I got a Pyrrhic victory out of it. Well, I've kind of given it away, but you know, when the video comes out, you'll see what I mean. And it was nail biting right to the very end, and it was excellent. It felt like it was going to go all one way, and it really didn't, which just proves what such a good game Chain of Command is. And the First World War version is also fantastic as well. Well worth checking out if you're interested in that kind of thing, and you should be. Also as well, this weekend, yesterday, Saturday, I spent the day filming an I Ain't Been Shot Mum video, because I've got quite a few I Ain't Been Shot Mum videos on the channel. I also did a review of it recently, which will be coming out in a month or so. Just keep an eye on that on the schedules. And it reminded me that how much of a good game I Ain't Been Shot Mum actually is, and I'd forgotten how much of a good game it is because I've been playing such a lot of Chain of Command and things since. For me, it doesn't have. It is, I'd say, probably secondary to Chain of Command for sure. I mean, Chain of Command's my favourite game anyway, but I Ain't Been Shot Mum is definitely up there, and it is a really, when you go back to it, it's such a good game, and I'd forgotten how good it is. Very easy, quick to learn, very quick to pick up. Very simple rules, which just make the game flow a lot faster, and also even using the firing chart as well, which is something I didn't like so much the first time round. This time round, I felt it just moved pretty quick. It's one of those games I think will probably help much more if you've got an umpire playing it. I mean, I was playing it solo, so it didn't matter so much, but playing with an umpire who knows the rules would get things moving a lot faster. The players don't even have to think about the fire chart, they just roll the dice and, you know, shout out the result but the umpire tells them what's happened. I think that'll be a really good workabout rather than taking yourself out of the game to read a chart. Beyond that, I mean, you know, it's a very simple pick up and play kind of game. I did the scenario one from the rule book, which is North of Con, which is the British attacking the Germans. Again, I filmed this, so you know I'm not going to reveal the end to you, but it was a walkover. I'm not going to say who for, but there you go. You'll find out soon enough. But it was a really, really good game, and using period tactics just worked, of course, as they always do with Too Fat Lardy's games. And I wanted to do another I Ain't Been Shot Mum video because I haven't done one since the lockdown, in fact, about 3 years ago now. And I just thought, let's return to it. The channel's got a bit more reach on it now than it had when I first was doing them. So I just figured, you know, let's show some other people how to play I Ain't Been Shot Mum, and it'll go hand in hand with the review of it as well. Fantastic game, as I say. This week, coming up, quite busy this week actually. Tuesday there won't be a live show because on Tuesday I'm heading down to Lard Island to meet up Richard, and I think Sid, and I'm assuming Nick as well, I'm hoping. It sounds like they're taking me for a slap-up meal on the Tuesday night, and then we're going to spend all day Wednesday playing. I've put my request into Rich, and I think I'm not going to reveal what we're going to play, well, because I don't actually know 100% myself, but I think he's quite enthused by the suggestions. So looking forward to that. I'm going to take my camera and my equipment and stuff down, and I'm going to try to film it and see how we go with that. If not, see if Rich wants to film it for Lard TV or something as well. But I'm really looking forward to it, and again, you know, massive thank you to the guys if you're watching this video just in preparation for that. Thank you very much for the invite, it's really appreciated. But I'll give you a full breakdown of what happened in the next hobby update, which will be next week. And speaking of next week, or next weekend at least, it's the Steel Warriors show over in Magna, just on the edge of Rotherham, Sheffield. It's a place that holds quite a lot of history for me, in fact, because it's actually on the site of the Roman Temple Roman fort. And I excavated that back in about 2006, and it's where I met my wife. So it has quite a lot of power for me, that place. But Steel Warriors is a new wargaming show that is being hosted by the Sheffield Wargame Society. It is not a follow-on from Triples, for those I've seen online talking about it. It looks like it's going to be quite a small show, but it is the first time that it's been rolled out. So I suggest coming along and at least just, you know, turning up and saying hello. I'm going to be putting on a game of Through the Mud and the Blood with Dex and James. We're going to be playing that, and it's going to be the Assault on the Sugar Factory, the Canadian things. I don't think I'm going to get a show report because, as I say, it's quite a small show anyway. We'll see how we go. I might take my camera anyway just to film bits and pieces and put something together. But it's worth. I think it'll probably be worthwhile just popping along to and just showing a bit of support to the hobby. I think that's the best thing you can do with these new shows. They're always quite small when they start, but then they do start to get some momentum, and that's kind of what these people need. So go and check that out. Again, I'll put links and details in the description down below for you, and that's about it really. I think I've got not much more to say at the moment. Yeah, that's all the news, all the hobby stuff I've done this week and the stuff that's coming up. And as I say, just to reiterate, please do subscribe. I can put that video out then finally, and also you will be in with the chance of winning what I think is a great prize anyway. But that will all be revealed in that 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So thanks for watching, as always. Stay safe, as always, and I will see you in the next hobby update and video reports.